The story of Rich Karlgaard, the author of the book, unfolds as a testament to the idea that success is not always a product of early achievements but can be discovered at a more gradual pace. Rich Karlgaard's early life did not showcase signs of exceptional achievement. He received average grades during his time at Stanford University, and in his 20s, he found himself engaged in various odd jobs. This period of his life was characterized by a lack of clear direction or a significant breakthrough. However, Karlgaard's narrative takes a turn when, after years of seemingly unremarkable experiences, he decided to venture into the entrepreneurial world. He founded a high-tech magazine in the heart of Silicon Valley, a move that laid the foundation for a more prosperous future. As Karlgaard's career progressed, he eventually ascended to the position of the publisher of Forbes, a renowned and prestigious platform. This trajectory demonstrates that success doesn't always follow a linear path or manifest at an early age. Instead, Karlgaard's story illustrates how individuals can discover their talents, passions, and avenues for success over time. The underlying message is clear: the journey to success is unique for each person, and it's not always about achieving milestones early in life. The story of Rich Karlgaard encourages individuals to embrace their own timelines, allowing for the gradual unveiling of their true potential and the realization of their goals. Throughout this exploration, you'll gain insights into 1. The detrimental effects of our societal fixation on early achievement on the mental health of young people. 2. How cultural influences shape our definition of success. 3. Strategies to navigate challenges when you encounter obstacles in your journey. The narrative begins with the story of Jonah Lehrer, a pop neuroscience writer, who exemplifies the concept of the wunderkind, an individual who matures and achieves success at an unusually early age. Lehrer's journey started in Los Angeles, where he gained early recognition by winning a $1,000 prize for a NASDAQ-sponsored essay contest at the age of 15. His exceptional intellect led him to Columbia University, where he majored in neuroscience and co-authored a paper on the genetic origins of Down syndrome. Lehrer wasn't just a scientific prodigy, he also demonstrated proficiency in writing. By the age of 31, he had authored 3 books, all of which became New York Times bestsellers. His early accomplishments set him on a trajectory of success that many of his peers aspired to achieve. In addition to his literary achievements, Lehrer expanded his influence by hosting radio shows and making appearances on TV. He leveraged his intellectual prowess into a lucrative career as a paid speaker, commanding fees of up to $40,000 for an hour-long talk. This success allowed him to purchase a $1 million house in the Hollywood Hills. Lehrer's story symbolizes the emergence of a cultural icon, the early bloomer or wunderkind, representing individuals who swiftly rise to the pinnacle of their chosen fields at a young age. These figures often possess unique talents, whether in mathematics, technology, or other domains, or benefit from influential family connections. Wunderkinds, exemplified not only by Lehrer but also by figures like Margot Robbie, Adam Driver, Jacob Collier, and Beyoncé, have become pervasive in society. Media outlets contribute to this phenomenon with annual lists, such as Forbes magazine's 30 Under 30, celebrating exceptional achievements by young entrepreneurs. However, the narrative highlights the problematic aspect of society's fixation on the wunderkind ideal. The cultural narrative implies that if individuals haven't disrupted industries, founded billion-dollar companies, or amassed significant wealth by the age of 30, they are considered failures. This narrative is explored further in the subsequent sections, revealing its potentially damaging effects on young people who develop at varying paces and in different ways. The cultural shift in the mid-20th century from an aristocracy to a meritocracy in the United States brought about a new emphasis on success based on ability rather than social position or wealth. This change led to an intense focus on test scores and college rankings by students, parents, and employers. In the present day, it is common for teenagers to undergo multiple rounds of college preparatory tests like the SAT, often seeking the services of expensive tutors and preparation classes to enhance their chances of gaining admission to prestigious universities. However, the pursuit of early achievement comes at a significant cost. The central message is that the pressure to achieve early is taking a toll on the mental health of young people. The test preparation industry generates nearly $1 billion annually, with some tutors charging exorbitant fees, reflecting the intense competition and often cutthroat nature of the college admissions process. This heightened pressure has contributed to a mental health crisis in the United States, with depression becoming the primary cause of illness in adolescents, as indicated by a 2014 survey by the World Health Organization. This alarming trend is reflected in rising suicide rates, exemplified by tragic incidents such as the suicides of 3 students at Gunn High School in Palo Alto, California, between 2014 and 2015. Jean M. Twenge, an author with extensive research on teenagers, suggests a connection between the increase in depression and a shift from intrinsic goals to extrinsic goals. Intrinsic goals relate to personal development, such as mastering specific activities or establishing a strong sense of self. In contrast, extrinsic goals revolve around material gains and status measurements, including test scores, high income, and physical appearance. Twenge posits that societal emphasis on extrinsic goals, such as wealth and academic success, at the expense of intrinsic goals like self-knowledge and happiness, contributes to the decline in young people's mental health. The pursuit of external validation and achievements, driven by societal values, has led to significant suffering among the youth. At the age of 25, the author found himself at a crossroads, grappling with a sense of aimlessness. Despite graduating from college with average grades, his career prospects were limited, leading him to take on a job as a security guard. It was during a night patrol at a truck rental yard that he had a revealing moment. While his job seemed mundane, he realized his colleague patrolling a lumber yard was not a fellow human but a Rottweiler. This realization underscored the insignificance of his job, especially when compared to the groundbreaking achievements of contemporaries like Steve Jobs, who was on the cusp of transforming the computer industry. The central message here is that young people progress at different rates, influenced by the timing of their brain maturation. In his late 20s, the author experienced a pivotal moment in his career, marking what felt like the sudden waking up of his brain. This awakening allowed him to engage with more intellectually stimulating activities, such as reading the New York Times and formulating complex business proposals, activities that seemed daunting before. Emerging research suggests that individuals between the ages of 18 and 25 are not yet fully adult and are in a phase known as post-adolescence. During this period, some cognitive processes necessary for a fully functioning adult brain are still developing. Notably, the prefrontal cortex, responsible for tasks like planning, organizing, and problem-solving, is the last part to mature in young brains. This delayed development indicates that adolescents may not be ready to reach their full potential until later in life. A study sponsored by the National Institute of Mental Health, tracking 5,000 children from ages 3 to 16 into early adulthood, revealed that brains don't fully mature until the age of 25 or later. This challenges the notion of achieving early success, as the cognitive capabilities necessary for such achievements might not be fully realized in young individuals. The key takeaway is that the drive for early success in young people doesn't align with the biological reality of brain development. Instead, there should be a shift in perspective, encouraging children and young adults to understand that they can bloom at any age. Taking the time to explore talents and interests is crucial for long-term happiness and success.
Welcome to our vibrant community, where you embark on a journey of growth, immersing yourself in actionable steps to reach new heights. If you're a newcomer, your presence is truly valued. I would deeply appreciate your gesture of hitting the like, share, and subscribe buttons. It's quite astonishing that 88% of our audience hasn't joined in yet, so I gently appeal for your support. Your insightful comments play a pivotal role in our continuous progress, offering valuable insights into our strengths and areas for improvement. Thank you wholeheartedly for being a part of this enriching experience.
In contemporary society, the conventional trajectory of swiftly finding a job and establishing a family has undergone a transformation. Young individuals are taking more time to complete their education, attain financial independence, and start families. Many are opting to remain uncommitted to romantic partners or permanent residences. A comprehensive national study conducted in the U.S. since the late 1970s reveals that today's 25-year-olds are twice as likely as their parents' generation to still be in school, with a 50% higher likelihood of receiving financial support from their parents. The central message is that emerging adulthood, occurring roughly between the ages of 18 and 30, is a pivotal period for self-actualization. Jeffrey Arnett, a psychology professor at Clark University, introduces the concept of emerging adulthood, attributing it to social and economic shifts necessitating a distinct life stage between adolescence and young adulthood. The cultural changes contributing to this concept include a scarcity of entry-level jobs, an increased need for education, and a reduced urgency among young people to marry. Arnett, recognizing himself as a late bloomer, asserts that the 20s represent a crucial phase of exploration, marked by adventures, travels, and relationships, characterized by a freedom that may not be experienced again. Prolonging the period of emerging adulthood is believed to offer cognitive benefits, such as maintaining brain plasticity, fostering independent thinking, acquiring new skills, and enhancing motivation. This extension of emerging adulthood doesn't imply idleness. Instead, it involves engaging in cognitively stimulating and demanding activities. For instance, the Mormon religion encourages young members to take a hiatus from college for 2-year missions. This means they may graduate from university at 24 instead of the typical age of 22, bringing them closer to full adult capability neurologically before pursuing careers, graduate school, or marriage. Adopting similar approaches could better prepare other individuals in their 20s for the challenges and responsibilities of adult life. In life, there often comes a moment when we may forget things more easily or make simple mistakes, leading people to believe they are past their prime. However, the notion that cognitive abilities peak in youth and gradually decline is debunked by scientific evidence. In reality, research indicates that individuals become smarter and more creative as they age, showcasing the development of new skills and the unveiling of hidden strengths. A groundbreaking discovery in 2015 by scientists Laura German and Joshua Hartshorne challenged the conventional belief. After assessing the cognitive abilities of nearly 50,000 subjects through online brain tests, they revealed that distinct cognitive skills peak at different times in life. For instance, the speed at which information is processed reaches its zenith in late teens, while short-term memory continues to improve until approximately age 25 before stabilizing for another decade. The ability to assess complex patterns, including emotional states of others, peaks in one's 40s or 50s. Moreover, crystallized intelligence, representing a lifetime accumulation of facts and knowledge, reaches its peak in late 60s or early 70s. Although aging may lead to declines in certain cognitive aspects, it also brings gains in others. The Seattle Longitudinal Study, ongoing since the 1950s, explores the adaptability of the human brain. Sherry Willis, the study's current leader, found that air traffic controllers experience declines in mental processing speed and short-term memory as they age, but their overall performance remains intact. This is attributed to the improvement of spatial reasoning and emotional calm, critical skills for air traffic controllers, throughout middle age. The adult brain is far more adaptable than commonly acknowledged. It continues to rewire itself well into middle age, incorporating years of experiences and behaviors. Research indicates that the middle-aged mind tends to be calmer, less neurotic, and better equipped to navigate social situations. This revelation holds promising prospects for late bloomers. By investing in health, education, and curiosity, individuals can experience cognitive peaks throughout their lives. As we navigate through our younger years, many of us envision fulfilling careers marked by global adventures, meaningful connections, or the establishment of life-altering companies. However, conventional career paths often fail to accommodate such aspirations. From an early age, we are conditioned to secure a job, persist with it to earn incremental pay raises, and avoid excessive experimentation, deeming it a waste of time. Additionally, the notion of retiring at the age of 60 has been ingrained in societal norms. While this perspective might have been applicable in the past, it is increasingly outdated. The prevailing model in many companies involves rewarding employees with higher titles, increased authority, and fatter paychecks until a point of stagnation is reached. At this juncture, companies face challenges in further elevating salaries and may resort to practices like up and out, where individuals are let go once they hit their perceived peak. However, this approach squanders human capital, as many experienced individuals, deemed past their peak, still possess valuable skills and contributions to offer. The author advocates for a paradigm shift, proposing a career model that is not linear but resembles an arc or a series of arcs. In this conceptualization, forced retirement is eliminated, although pay raises cease, and salaries might even decline. Titles would also reach a plateau, transforming, for instance, from a vice president to a senior consultant. The call is for a departure from the traditional viewpoint and embracing a more inclusive perspective that recognizes and celebrates individual differences. Every individual deserves the chance to grow and develop uniquely, fostering a diverse array of paths toward personal and professional flourishing. Erik Wahl's upbringing instilled in him the conventional values of achieving perfect grades, attending a prestigious college, and securing a lucrative job. This mindset initially brought him success as he climbed the ranks in an agency booking entertainment and keynote speakers, eventually becoming a partner within a year. However, the economic crash of 2008 disrupted this trajectory, causing him to lose everything he had built. Faced with the inadequacy of the old belief system, Wahl sought an alternative path. He gravitated toward artists, admired for their unconventional thinking, and embarked on a journey to learn painting. Initially producing subpar paintings, Wahl persisted, honing his skills until he surpassed his previous financial achievements as a businessman and investor. This story underscores the significance of distancing oneself from cultural influences that may hinder personal growth. Cultural factors, stemming from family, peers, and society, shape expectations and self-image, potentially steering individuals away from discovering their true gifts. In Wahl's case, societal pressure led him astray from his artistic talents. For those who feel their potential to bloom has yet to be realized, examining cultural influences becomes crucial. If familial expectations or societal norms are impeding personal growth, it may be time to assert independence. This doesn't entail rejecting love or rebelling against expectations, but rather choosing a path that aligns with one's potential for flourishing. Declaring true independence can be challenging, especially when dealing with loved ones. The following sections will explore how to shed cultural influences that hinder personal growth, empowering individuals to shape their destinies. Late bloomers often find themselves stuck in outdated versions of their identities, hindering personal and professional growth. This phenomenon is not limited to personal relationships but is prevalent in the workplace, where individuals may be pigeonholed into roles that no longer align with their evolving capabilities. For late bloomers, breaking free from these constraints is essential to reaching their full potential. Consider the metaphor of a flowering rose bush that outgrows its container. To facilitate further growth, it must be uprooted and transplanted into a larger pot. Similarly, late bloomers may need to undergo a process of self-reinvention to unleash their full capabilities. This might involve seeking new connections, pursuing different career opportunities, or even relocating to a different environment. While such changes may seem drastic, they can be transformative. An illustrative example is the story of Kimberly Harrington, a late-blooming author who desired to write long-form essays and books while working in the competitive and charged environment of Los Angeles. Recognizing that her creativity was stifled in this setting, Harrington made the bold decision to uproot herself and settle in rural Vermont. In this new environment, surrounded by like-minded individuals with a genuine interest in the world, her perspective expanded, and she found the freedom to create. Running her freelance business away from the pressure cooker atmosphere of the advertising world provided her with the mental space to write her first book at the age of 50. Harrington's courageous act of self-reinvention serves as an inspiring example for late bloomers. Breaking away from limiting communities, embracing change, and creating a new identity on one's terms are crucial steps toward realizing untapped potential. These insights emphasize the idea that the journey to success is not a one-size-fits-all experience and that discovering your path later in life is not only normal but beneficial. The narrative of late bloomers challenges societal norms that dictate a specific timeline for achievements. It encourages individuals to embrace their unique journey, recognizing that it offers opportunities for profound self-discovery, skill acquisition, and a clearer understanding of personal purpose. Illustrating this concept is the story of Erik Wahl, who, following societal expectations, initially pursued a conventional career path. However, when faced with setbacks during the economic crash of 2008, Wahl found himself at a crossroads. Instead of conforming to the expectations of his past, he chose a different route. By immersing himself in the world of art, Wahl not only discovered a new passion but also achieved unprecedented success as a performance artist. This story exemplifies the power of breaking away from societal influences and forging an unconventional path to unlock one's full potential. The actionable advice encourages individuals to challenge the negative stigma surrounding quitting. Contrary to common perceptions, quitting is presented as a strategic move that can lead to a more fulfilling and successful future. This advice is exemplified through the story of individuals who, despite societal expectations, bravely quit unfulfilling jobs or relationships. By doing so, they created opportunities for personal and professional growth, ultimately thanking themselves for making such decisions. In essence, the final summary underscores the importance of embracing individual journeys, even if they deviate from societal expectations. Late bloomers are encouraged to recognize the value in their unique paths, fostering self-discovery and personal development. The stories shared serve as inspirational examples of individuals who, by challenging norms and overcoming fears, have unlocked their full potential and achieved success on their terms. Thank you for fueling my engine with your likes, shares, comments, and subscriptions. Your unwavering support until the end demonstrates your dedication to personal growth and wisdom. Your contribution not only broadens the channel's influence to a wider audience but also plays a vital role in nurturing its continuous development. As a token of gratitude, I pledge to consistently deliver insightful book reviews sourced from some of the most impactful books in the world. Thank you for being an integral part of this enriching journey.